Good evening. Welcome to the news at 4 on Leadership Television. My name is Winifred Ugbebo. The Senate spokesperson, Senator Yemi Adaramodu, says the federal government did not pay any ransom to secure the release of victims recently abducted in Kebbi and Niger states. He made the clarification on Friday during an interview on Channels Television amid public concerns about the nature of the rescue operations. Adaramodu said the National Assembly has no evidence suggesting ransom payments, stressing that security engagements with abductors can involve either force or persuasion. He cautioned against assuming there was no military confrontation simply because there were no images of arrest or recovered bodies. The senator also confirmed that the Senate has set up an ad hoc committee to investigate the Kebbi school abduction, including reports that soldiers stationed at the school led moments before the attack. The panel will also examine the death of Brigadier General Musa Uba, who was involved in counter-banditry operations. In another news, former Kaduna State Governor Malam Nasir Ahmad El-Rufai has officially left the Social Democratic Party and joined the African Democratic Congress, ADC. His resignation was conveyed in a letter dated November 26, 2025, addressed to the SDP chairman in Ugwan Sariki ward, stating that the move takes immediate effect. El-Rufai followed the announcement with a visit to the ADC ward office in Ugwan Sariki, where he was registered and issued a party membership card. He said his decision was driven by commitment to help build a stronger political platform for Nigerians. Earlier in the week, ADC leaders reaffirmed that only individuals with integrity and corruption-free records will be cleared to contest elections or hold public office under the party. Speaking after his stakeholders meeting in Gusau, El-Rufai, who now serves as the ADC's deputy national leader for the Northwest, said the party is prioritizing internal unity, transparent primaries, and wider inclusion of young people and persons with disabilities. In a developing story, the Court of Appeal in Abuja has dismissed an appeal filed by the convicted leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, over alleged violations of his fundamental rights by the federal government. The three-member panel ruled that the matter had become purely academic since Kanu has already been convicted and is serving his sentence. The Director General of the DSS and the Attorney General of the Federation were respondents in the case. Delivering the lead judgment, Justice Bolo Kuromo Ugo noted that Kanu's lawyer, Maswe Okpara, confirmed that his client is currently at the Sokoto Correctional Center. The court said the request in the appeal seeking Kanu's transfer from DSS custody to Kuje prison was no longer relevant, adding that his present detention already aligns with his previous preference for prison custody. The appeal was originally filed to challenge the July 3 decision of Justice Taiwo of the Federal High Court, which dismissed Kanu's fundamental rights enforcement suit. ECOWAS has suspended Guinea-Bissau from all its decision-making bodies following Wednesday's military coup that toppled the country's democratic government. The Regional Authority of Heads of State and Government, chaired by Sierra Leone's President Julius Maada Bio, reached the decision during an emergency virtual meeting on Thursday after reviewing the political situation. In its declaration, the Mediation and Security Council, MSC, said the suspension was in line with the ECOWAS Protocol on Democracy and Good Governance. It warned the coup leaders to immediately restore constitutional order and return to the barracks. The MSC held the coup leaders individually and collectively responsible for protecting lives, property, and detained persons, and urged them to ensure the safety and evacuation of ECOWAS and other international election observers. It also directed the ECOWAS Stabilization Support Mission in Guinea-Bissau to continue safeguarding state institutions. And now sports. Iran has announced it will boycott next week's 2026 World Cup finals draw in Washington after the United States denied entry visas to several members of its official delegation. A spokesperson for the Iranian Football Federation told State Television on Friday that the decision was political and not related to sports, adding that FIFA had been notified of Iran's withdrawal. The Federation President, Mehdi Taj, was among those denied visas, according to Iranian sports athlete Vazesh 3. Taj condemned the move as a purely political position and urged FIFA to pressure the U.S. government to reconsider. Despite the setback, 4 officials, including head coach Ami Galenyo, were reportedly granted visas for the December 5 draw. Iran qualified for the 2026 World Cup in March, securing their 4th straight appearance and 7th overall. Their historic 2-1 victory over the United States at the 1998 World Cup remains a defining moment, though the U.S. won the most recent encounter between both sides in 2022. And now entertainment. Nigerian music icon Innocent Idibia, popularly known as Tubaba, has disclosed that his first son Nino is not interested in pursuing a career in music, despite his evident talent. Speaking at an event in Abuja marking his 25 years in the music industry, Tubaba brought Nino on stage and told the cheering audience that the teenager has chosen a different path. Nino, born on January 15, 2006 to Tubaba and Sumbo Adeoye, is a skilled saxophonist, model, and social media influencer. But according to his father, music is not the career he intends to pursue. And that concludes the news at 4 on Leadership Television. For more, log into www.leadership.ng. Don't also forget to join us on all our social media handles. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.